All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is Jerry here on JS Farms. JS stands for Jesus Saves. Today's Sunday, February 19th, and we're still in February on the farm, and thought I got a good vantage point of the whole property over here, so I thought I'd share this with you. Across the field over there, we crossed Lewis Creek and came into this property about in October 1st, so it's February the 19th, and we have not made it all the way around the farm. So we're rotationally grazing a sheep flock, and where you see the broom sedge so tall, that's where we have not grazed. So what I'm doing right now is clipping all this broom sedge down, and in the bad spots on our farm where grass was not growing, I've been unrolling hay and putting the flock on it and let them pee and poop on it. And so here at my feet is a spot during the ice storm and the snowstorm we unrolled a bale of hay. So surely that pee and poop and all these seed heads in that roll of hay and all these bare spots, hopefully that'll prove fruitful this spring. So today I got out here to move the sheep on the new paddock, and I had a really good surprise. I'll try to show you. I can hear that lamb right now. So when I got out here, the paddock was over here. I just clipped it, and I come up to the sheep, make sure the fence is off, and I saw a little ewe lamb laying down. And this ewe, here's some of our new ones right here. There's the little white one's new. The little ram was born during the ice storm. This spotted one was born in the flood, and so was the white one. So we had a snowstorm first, an ice storm, and then a massive flood that took 4 lambs from us. So that's why we don't lamb in the winter. I've learned my lesson the hard way. But when I came to the paddock today, I saw this little girl, and her mama is right here. This girl is what I call a rebreed. She was one of the original 5, and when she came to the farm in May, when she came in May, the owner said she was exposed to a ram. And this is cool. This is a cool moment, because this is the mama of that wether. You see this guy right here? This is a boy. So he's sniffing around on another little lamb. That's his brother, half brother. So this girl came bred, had the wether, and this morning when I got here, I found this little ewe lamb. So this is a female. So when I started putting in the new paddock, right over here in this corner, here comes Samuel. When I started putting up the paddock outside the Premier One net fence, I found this old boy laying in the grass. Look at there, Sam. What'd you just look at that? You see that? It's a new one. That's Blackie's. That's Blackie's. Look over here, brother. Look what else we got. You see this little boy? So this is a set of twins out of this girl, and Sam came to get the... Get back, Stella. Sam came to get my keys. Okay, get back. So, come here, Stella. So this girl has given us 3 lambs since she came, and we haven't even been here a year. We have not been farming a year. So here's the daddy of these 2 twins. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new lambs, all in February. 23, she's freaking out looking for her baby girl. There's her mama. So whenever I move these sheep on a new paddock, they start grazing immediately because they've got 5,000 square feet. See you, son? 5,000 square feet of new paddock grass every day. And so the first thing they do is they try to get they try to be first on who gets all the grass. And then hopefully Blackie will let them nurse later. So one thing I learned today is that even though you got Premier One net fencing, when they lamb, these new ones may not, they can squeeze through the net. So the little boy over there was outside the net and the girl was inside. So what did I learn? Just because you see one on the ground don't mean there's not another one outside. So, you know, they have not learned to stay away from the net fence. So anyway, another valuable lesson that I've talked about repeatedly is not lambing in the winter. That's my fault. I left the ram in with these girls all last summer and fall and winter. And so that's why you got winter lambs instead of spring lambs. So again, we're going to take the rams out. That one, where's stud 1 at? Where's our stud ram? He's over there. So that will come out in July, and I'll put them back in November 1st. But I'm going to tell you a temptation that I know that a lot of farmers got to deal with. These sheep can have 2 babies a year. They can have up to 4 babies in a year because their gestation is only around 5 months. So this mama gave us the wether that I showed you earlier, and these 2 right here, she gave us those lambs since July. She had 1, here we are at September, so she rebred, this mama right here rebred in September. And I know that's tempting for farmers to try to push their flock and have as many babies as they can, but you know, this mama is having to, you know, she's got to eat big time in order to keep these babies alive in the harshest time of the year. You know, today's temperature is not bad at all out here, but what if we had another winter freeze and another snowstorm or ice storm? Then she's got to provide. Look at Stella taking care of that little girl. Isn't she a good dog? So there's Mama. She's got a bag, and you know, you can kind of see how slender she is. Her stomach was out to here on both sides, so she had twins. So see how quickly your herd can grow if you leave the rams in all year long, but you run a risk of getting a lot of them killed due to the harshness. And that's real hard on this mama, having to bring twins through the winter. So again, we're learning. We haven't even been raising sheep a year. And so you live and you learn. So the temptation today is stay away from greed. You know, have 1 lamb crop and have them in the better time of the year. So I think if we would have listened to wise counsel, take out our rams, we would have 4 more lambs on our farm right now if they were being born, you know, a month from now, get out of the winter time. So, you know, it's a tempting thing to be greedy. So don't want to do that. Anyway, so we're building up the soil here with a sheep flock. We mob graze them. We mob them up so they can pee and poop and concentrate it and fertilize this whole farm. And we rotate around the farm eating on top, and so we're not overstocked at all. And so we've not even made one trip around the whole farm yet. But what I am learning is my farm. I'm learning every nook and cranny, where the low spots are, where the washouts are, what part of the farm doesn't have good grass on it, so we can you know, put some unroll a bale of hay in there, trying to build it up, get better grasses going. So, you know, and we're taking a lawnmower I bought off my parents, this bad boy over here, and we're just clipping all this broom sedge down and clipping all these trees that are trying to grow up. And these trees are growing back because nothing was on it for 3 years. So if you don't manage your property, it'll go back to forest. It'll grow back up. So this guy, I think I got a buyer for him. We're gonna wait till right before he's a year old and butcher him. So he's gonna be table fare. He's fat as a dog, look at him. Sometimes he lets me pet him. Not pet him, but touch him. He feels like a sponge. So he's got a half brother and sister over there, and hopefully Blackie, the mother, gets a lot of good nutrients, and we got him some good mineral over here. And hopefully she can bring them through the winter, and just like these other ones. That little ewe is awful sad. It's amazing how early they start grazing, even though they're nursing. You take this little spotted one right here. I mean, she's grazing and not even 2 weeks old. All right. Anyway, I hope this video blesses you. Get to see the flock. They're pretty healthy. And we're hoping for greener pastures here before too long as it warms up for spring. Remember, Jesus saves. He's the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through him. That's his own words, and we trust in him. God bless. Have a great day.